halfway to 70. That's old.
Hmm.
But I mean, thankfully, thank God, health wise, I feel as good as ever. But it's just
You know
it's a
what's
long time.
crazy? Tom Brady won 2 more Super Bowls after the age you currently are.
Yeah,
Good point.
I don't know. I
Good
don't know
point.
what the equivalent for me would be to win 2 more Super Bowls, but that would be
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can relate to like how he was pretty like obsessive over like his like what he was eating and like stretching and stuff like that.
Right.
Like it really does start to matter as you get older. Like I'm much more careful about stretching and what I'm eating
Mhm.
on a regular basis, and that kind of keeps you young in a way. Like he keeps you with the energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and you really feel it if you didn't sleep at all and you ate like crap
Mm.
or you drank or whatever. Like yeah, you're gonna feel all that. But yeah, it's been good. Can't complain. Thank God. I'm
What
healthy.
did y'all do, or what do y'all have planned?
Oh, yeah, tonight, that's why I was a little late. We went to go eat dinner. There's like a restaurant kind of downtown called Rebel, and they have, it's kind of like, I guess like technically it's fine dining, but they have like some oysters and they had like a
Mm.
steak, and it was
Mm.
all in happy hour, so it was cheaper, but it was kind of like a nicer dinner thing, so that was nice.
Nice,
And
nice.
yeah, thankfully we kind of hung out on the weekend, Sean and mom and dad and all that, and had a nice dinner and hung out there too, so that was good. I lost Secret Hitler, darn it. I was Hitler. Couldn't get it over the line. Shucks. But it was fun. It was fun. How are y'all doing? How was your vacation, Bill?
It was good. It was good. It was not great, but it
Mm.
was good.
Who kind of what was the spur on of this? Was it kind of like initially like a family kind of thing
Yeah,
anyway, or
it was a family thing. It was yeah, it was just a family thing.
right?
We some of the family, I say the family, some of Caleb's family is can't do Christmas Day together this year.
Mm,
They're going to be on the other side of the family, so we decided to do this Christmas trip a week in advance.
mm-hmm.
So it was just Kayla's family Christmas vacation.
Gotcha.
So that was the whole purpose of it. It was interesting. I've been outspoken here that I don't think very highly of Kayla's sister. So spending 5 days in another state with her was
Tough.
tough. Yeah, it was challenging. So
Yeah. Is she older, younger?
she is a grade ahead of you, maybe
Oh, okay.
2 grades ahead of you. Do you remember Chelsea McKelvin? She was a soccer player.
So, I think I
She
remember
ended
the
up
name.
she ended up having a kid with. Hold on. Hey, babe. What was Tristan's last name?
Tristan.
Huh? Yeah.
Hmm.
What? Herbert? Hey there. Herbert. Justin Herbert's last name?
Eh,
There's a kid named Tristan Herbert. Anyway, she had a kid with Tristan Herbert. I guess he's a reptile guy as well.
eh.
Anyway, she's a. So if Kayla's 1 year behind me, and you're 2 years ahead of me, and her sister would have been 1 year ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
So there's like a 4 year gap between Kayla and her sister.
Oh, okay. Okay.
By the way, I'm in the FA Cup final right now. Um,
Hey,
I will
congratulations. Good luck. Good luck.
navigate to a server to start streaming. No,
Yeah,
okay. Right.
beat
I'm
those.
streaming this FA Cup final.
Yeah, beat those dogs.
So
Man City. Never easy. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, you kind of hung out with them for a while, and then eventually they kind of left. They went their
They
own
left a
way,
day
or
early. Like, we don't got the time for it. They left one day early, which was a blessing because um, it was just getting kind of awkward and tense with her around. So they left a day early, and we got to go do some cool stuff. But it's just tough. Like, it's anytime you go with a group, like everybody has different wants and
right,
desires,
right.
and like if even if we all went and did a trip together, like some of us are gonna want to go to Sean's gonna want to go do some bourbon tasting, and maybe somebody else doesn't. Maybe somebody wants to go hiking, and somebody else wants to go watch a movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to get everybody to all want to do the same thing is tough, and that was elevated during this trip. It was just like we were in West Arkansas in the national forest in the mountains,
Mm.
and I'm just thinking like we should definitely be outdoors hiking
Right.
and doing some cool things. And Harrison good off the corner to the near post. And her
Nice,
sister was
nice, nice.
like, "Oh, let's go thrifting. Let's go to Goodwill." And I was like, "No, let's not do
Goodwill
that."
in
So they were
Arkansas.
just like, "Yeah, she lives in Houston. There's 34 Goodwills in Houston. Just
Right,
go to
right.
one of those."
Yeah.
But I think it was just that disconnect there was like causing frustration for everybody. And then her sister's like chronically depressed. She doesn't know it, but she is.
Mm.
She's a stay-at-home mom that's just like has no motivation in life and just like generally like I don't know,
Right.
just not happy and content. And so she just gets really triggered by things and she just has no joy, no happiness. And so some of that wears off. And I think a lot of like Caleb shared that growing up, her sister would just pick on her and be mean to her. And
Mm.
she hasn't outgrown that, so she still sees her sister as like the bully.
Mm.
So while we're there, I can tell Caleb's like just trying to make decisions that are going to satisfy her sister.
Right.
So then I get defensive about, hey, look, why don't we do what I want to do instead of what your sister wants to do?
Well, yeah, you're not
So
gonna
it's
bully
just
her though, so
right,
squeaky wheel gets the oil.
yeah. So it just makes things in that group setting always a little bit more challenging. The one that bothered me the most was the money stuff.
Mm.
Like the Airbnb we stayed in was incredible, and I got it for free because it's somebody I know through
Oh,
our
nice.
church that now lives there. And so we were able to get like a place that would have been $250 a night for free for 5 nights. So we saved a ton of money on that, and she was still like nickel and diming everything. Like, do we have to eat at that buffet? Can we just eat at like Arby's? And I was like, are you dumb?
Right.
And that sort of little things that she kept groaning about the cost on. Um, I don't know, just little things that bothered me that probably didn't need to.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable though. Some people on vacation are, not
Yeah,
as now it's time to like, okay, let me be a little
it's
spend
pretty
spend
beautiful.
stuff, yeah, on stuff that you want to
My
be make it
my
worthwhile.
backline with two rolls right now.
Oh, the classic,
My
the
backline's
towers are
better than
LTD.
City's front line.
There
Um,
it is. There
yeah,
it is.
so but it was the last day was the highlight for me because her sister went home early. Um, that's not why it was a highlight, but it was a highlight because I was just finally like, here, today we're gonna go do what I want to do, and I know that's selfish, but we're just gonna go do what I want to do.
Yeah, sure.
And so we drove an hour and a half into the national forest, up into the mountains, and then we rented a side by side, an ATV,
Mm.
and we all piled into that, and then just went down a bunch of trails and found some waterfalls and some like really nice overlooks, and just got to go enjoy West Arkansas for what it is, and it was kind of fun. So it salvaged
Interesting.
the trip.
That is
Hmm.
nice. That is
Sam would have enjoyed it.
She likes her hikes.
nice.
We didn't get to do a whole lot of on foot hikes because, well, my daughter's two. And also, my father-in-law just had a hip replacement surgery 5 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, Freddie D. Freddie D. Was he off? I think he was off.
No
He
flag,
was
no
just
BAR.
clearly on nice. So we didn't get to do a whole lot of on-foot stuff, but that was a nice way to still enjoy the outdoors, but by way of motor vehicle.
Yeah. I do like ATVs. Those are fun. Yeah, you are kicking there behind. Interesting, 3 goals on .98 XG though. Usually your XG would be
Yeah,
higher there.
I feel like I've been owed on XG more often than not, so this is just a game getting me even. Oh, another one.
Oh God, another one.
Yeah, this keeper right here, Ederson, man, like
I think it's time to. I think you're washed. I think you're officially washed here. I
35
think
years
you're
of
officially
age.
washed. Yeah.
We're gonna move it from extended to key because this is getting out of hand.
Yeah. There you go.
Just
Very nice.
more hardware in the cabinet.
Very nice. Yeah, that big cup. That is.
Oh, Kylian
Oh.
Mbappe, an own goal? No, they're gonna give it to Kylian, but that was an own goal.
Yeah, it looked ownish.
4-1.
For,
Okay.
well, you know,
Gentleman sweep.
the gentleman's sweep. But yeah.
Wait, okay.
No.
Yeah,
Oh
hello?
wow.
Vandermore?
Yeah.
Chill, buddy.
Yeah. Little
Oh,
gun.
wait a minute.
Oh.
Ready, D? Oh, rounds the keeper? Oh,
Oh
my.
God, Anderson. Anderson. Good grief. That was some League One stuff there. Wow.
I don't know if there's a radar gun on that 30D goal there,
Yeah.
but that thing was
The hundo.
fired off.
Take it. Take it.
Treat this as a warm-up game for 7 days from now.
That's true. That's true. I played a friendly to keep some match
Fresh.
sharpness. Yep. Well, there you go. I mean, this is pretty similar to the game I had against them. I think I won end up winning like 5-3 or something, but it's just like it didn't take they could score, but for whatever reason, yeah, I don't know what happened to their. Well, I mean, I don't know why they have Declan Rice playing as center back. He's definitely a midfielder. But for whatever reason, like they have him, it's kind of in the game. They have him as like, oh, he could play center back, but he's not a center back. And I feel like Man City is the perfect example, at least so far, like an our save, of like you have money, but you just misuse it.
Oh boy,
no!
Jean-Jacques is hurt.
Hopefully not for long. Hopefully not back for next week. But they just misuse it.
Formidable.
Yeah. Because Rice shouldn't be back there. I don't know why they don't have an actual left back. They're playing like a 20-year-old Harwood there. He's not good enough to be playing for Manchester City. I'm sorry. And Gabriel Jesus isn't an inside forward. He's a striker. And it's just like they have good players, but they're all out of position. And when you play against a really good team like MKD or Chelsea, then you're going to get punished. Oof. Yeah, that guy's so good.
Yeah, I think even Kylian Mbappe playing that far wide.
Right.
They need to be doing a two-striker with Lorenzo Luka and Mbappe.
Yeah. And have some real wingers and some real midfielders to do the dirty work there for them. But instead, they have a center back, or one of their center backs is a midfielder. That's going to make things tough. Oh, they also had an injury.
I was just saying, why are they down the backer?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Oh, two ball. Come on. Super sub, baby. Super sub.
The $100 million man, or however much PSG wants for him.
A lot.
Yeah. This, I mean, assuming that 6-2 holds, this would be. Is this your third FA Cup victory? Oh my God, another goal. This is crazy how they do this.
Team does not lack a firepower. I think the biggest fault in City is their defense, because I think they do score pretty well.
Yeah, They got good. They have great offensive players. Luka's like probably up there as one of the best strikers in the game. Mbappe, obviously. But yeah, they got a 6.2 midfielder playing center back and a 6.4 20-year-old playing left back. That's not going to cut it. Especially against the better teams. Even in England, not much less Chelsea or MKD. Yeah, I was kind of reflecting on, obviously the match that Bill and I have coming up here. And it does feel like this is kind of something that obviously we've been working for.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What in the San Antonio Spurs was that? That was so good ball movement.
That was crazy.
Was that not late 2000 San Antonio Spurs?
Yeah, there you go. 2014. Take me back.
Oh,
10 years. 7-3. A football score, not football manager score. And for, I believe, the third time in 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, MKD lifts the Football Association Cup. And I think that's like 5 finals.
yeah, I would have to fact check all of this, but it does seem like a familiar position.
Yeah, I think because the first final was the Liverpool with Miguel Fale missing the penalty. And then
you gotta go there.
And that, well, I mean, that was the first one. And then the next final was a victory, and the next final was a victory, and then last year was when we simmed, but unfortunately that sim was a loss, and then this year obviously with the victory. So
It's the FA Cup history. Past winners. Yes, last year Liverpool beats MK Dons. The year before, MK Dons beats Man United. The year before, Man United beats Liverpool. And then the year before, Liverpool United. It's been some familiar faces, but MK Dons has now come runner-up twice and victor twice.
there you have it.
2 of the last 4 years. I mean, they've been in the final the last 4 years. Prevailed twice, faltered twice.
Yeah, but that's you want to be in the business end there. You can't complain about that. It's a good place to be. But I don't know. I'm thinking, and I'm voting, and obviously this is obviously up for option here, but I think
What are we voting on?
I think we vote. It's one more season after this, and then we close it out. Sean gets a chance to win the Euro 2, which I think is a reasonable thing that he could win. I don't know how many more seasons it would take for Sean to get Bristol City or to a new team to be kind of where Bill and I are at. Thankfully, Bill and I are both kind of in the range of competing for Premier League, competing for FA Cup, competing for Champions League, and we probably will be for the foreseeable future there. Take one more glory round, just enjoy 8 seasons. A year and a half is a long time to play a save, and I don't know. That's my vote, but obviously,
okay,
I'm open to other options as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest question is going to be where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we can answer that question, will help us know when we end it. Like,
Right.
where do we go? Do we go to Crusader Kings? Do we go to FM 24/25? Do we continue to play 22 but on a different save? Like, where do we go?
I would
play
vote.
some ERAM tournaments.
I would vote that we go to CK3 because I think it would be good for us to get like a kind of this like an entirely different game that's I feel like we do have the chance. I know Sean has said that to me, that we have the chance of kind of burning out on FM if we were to jump back in again. And if we give ourselves, a while here, maybe play for 6 months or however long we play for CK3. I don't want to give it, have to play
Yeah.
it for us. So we see how it goes. But we give that, because that's a totally different game. It's a totally different ambiance. That way we kind of we keep it, mixed up there. And then that way, whenever FM25 does come out, which does have the new graphics engine, is going to be a completely new game. We go into that fresh, and it's like, okay, now we're kind of playing a new game. And
Yeah.
um,
Have y'all watched any content of FM24?
No.
I saw like a video or two, but
I know they said it's like a like revamped game or whatever, but it feels very similar.
right, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm good with that plan. I would defer to Sean though, because I think he's getting a tougher end of the stick, if anything, because like he's finally getting some momentum with City, and just to get one more year and not a chance to compete in the Champions League with us.
That's fair.
So I think it's easy for us because one of us is about to be a Champions League champion, which is crazy. And whoever isn't gets another year to get redemption. So it's like whoever doesn't win gets a lot to play for, and whoever does win gets to feel like, you know what, I've checked all the boxes here,
Right.
But then Sean, on the other hand, has a lot of boxes like left unchecked or unturned. So I would defer on to Sean if like he feels like, you know what, I'm enjoying this. I think I'm catching you guys. I want another crack at it. But it's fine with kicking the little brother while he's down. So
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. What are your thoughts, Bear?
I'm okay ending after this season. I don't care. The glory has already been attained. I don't. I don't care about your salty run back or y'all's opportunity to get a crack back at it. I don't care about that. You got to care about the Euro too? What the hell?
You're like trying to throw Sean a bone, and he's just like, nah.
I don't want your vote. Okay, I mean that's an option too. I mean, we could just call it here and that's it. We could do that too. I'm open to that.
Oh god. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We can do one more season.
I just think it should be good to like go into the season knowing, okay, and just like enjoy it. Watch your team play. Enjoy this team that you've built to this point. Kind of can have some reflection on it for a full season there, and then like it that will give us some closure on it. I feel like if we just ended it now, then it's kind of like we didn't really have the time to process. I mean, we've been playing for a year and a half. I mean, we have to take that, seriously.
Crazy.
We've played for. I mean, that's obviously the longest. This is for sure the longest I have ever played a game. Especially with other people. That's kind of continued on in time going forward there. So it's a pretty cool thing. And I think it deserves the respect of having just it's like one final goodbye season there to just kind of celebrate what you got. And what you've done.
And I think what's nice too is since we all have this save file, it's still there. Like,
right.
Whenever we're done playing on it, I still might continue to play on it a few more seasons.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I want to see if Eminem or Freddie D breaks the Premier League all-time scoring record or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because I mean, Freddie D is 20, Eminem's 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's totally reasonable there. Yeah, that's what I've kind of been doing on my because I said I play at work sometimes, and I was like, well, what I can do is I can it's like, oh, this game is out of date. Well, it's like, well, actually, it kind of lets you can go back in time when like Harry Kane was still on Tottenham Hotspur, and so like I'm basically doing a save as Tottenham Hotspur which is hilarious because I'm going to get second place again. I'm still going to lose to Liverpool in the league, even though I went from my first season of ever playing this game, 1,000 hours before I've played this game now, and I still got second, and I'm going to get second again, even with 1,000 hours and knowing what I'm doing and strong tactics and all that. So,
Wow.
that's just hilarious to me. My point score is a lot better, but Liverpool season 1 is just kind of insane. I think they're gonna score 95, and like I basically have to have the team I had this year to beat them. I scored 97 this year, which is pretty insane.
Yeah.
So like
That
it's
is.
a lot. It's hard. It's a lot to.
Yeah, this year's been weird. Like I played really well and still
Right.
10 points back of you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's how I feel with that other save. It's kind of like I thought I did really well, but Liverpool just didn't care. Yeah, I wish I could. I'm sure there's a way I can go back and see how many points did Liverpool have in that first season. Yeah. Yeah, Liverpool had 96 in that first season.
Dang.
That's just insane. I have a pretty amazing team with a pretty strong tactic, and I have 97. And they just come in pre-made, run of the mill tactic, and they get 96 points. Like, so it's like, yeah, they're just really the best team in the game to start for sure. And obviously they were the best team in England for 5 years there. So
Yeah, right on the table.
until you and I showed up. And now
Speaking
that
of you and I,
That's right. Oh God.
what time is it?
It's time. Oh gosh. I mean, yeah.
Oh, baby.
I'm proud of us for getting here.
It's what you live for.
Yep. This is what we played a year and a half to have a chance like this. To like, hey, can it was just a dream. It was like, could we build teams enough to actually get to like a Champions League final? I don't know. Season 1, it seemed like a pretty distant dream, but here we are. It's happening.
Indeed, here we are. What's your squad looking like today?
Well, unfortunately, I guess I have to play him, but his max sharpness is a little lower than I would like. But I mean, that's pretty much the same guys. Mokoko isn't. He's maintaining sharpness. He's not as sharp as I would like. He's not at peak sharpness, but he's healthy. So thankfully he'll play. And then same usual faces: James and Militao and Barato and Henderson in goal and Havertz in there, and pretty.
Well, with my Jan Yaquez
How is he?
Sargent injury, he will not be playing today. And Fabio Luiz will also not be playing today. They would both be starting midfielders. One is a winger, one is a shadow striker. So we will be moving Eminem out of the striker position and into the winger position to take over for Jan Yaquez. Jan Yaquez. And then Bruno Iglesias, who's been playing all of his minutes with the B team this year, will move into the shadow striker role over and taking place of Fabio Luiz. So we'll be a little bit thinner in the midfield than what we prefer, but really moving Eminem off of the striker role, making room for Freddie B, and letting Eminem play here is not at all a downgrade. Freddie D did get the Player of the Year in the Premier League this year.
There you have it. There you have it. He did score a ton, and it is well deserved. Stefan Nod back and playing.
On not back end playing, the whole back line is the starting back line.
Mm.
We do, if needed, have Jamal Baptiste on tap.
Mm.
Gustavo Melendez, the Mexican Wonder Kid, on tap. Roberto Picado also on tap. Just a good looking situation here.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Bear? What are your thoughts, commentator Bear?
I think looking back at the schedule with MK Dons versus Chelsea, 4 games played, or this is their 4th game this year.
4th game this year. Yep.
Record of 2-1 in MK Dons' favor.
Mm-hmm.
Losing the cup match was MK Dons in the Carabao Cup, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
this is another cup game. Is the moment, the pressure. Is it going to be too much for these young MK Dons squad, or they've ran the gauntlet. They beat what PSG or Real Madrid, someone to beat here
FC.
to be here, and they're ready for it. And they're gonna show up and score some goals. And excited to see how this young squad shows out against Chelsea's reputation, their fan base, the history of Chelsea, um, lifting the Champions Cup in the past. I think I'm guessing,
Yeah.
and want to do it again. And it'd be you have legacy versus up and coming. So we got tale of the ages here.
Well said, Bear. Well said.
So
Well
what is your prediction, Coach Bear?
My prediction is a 3-3.
Oh
Well,
God,
Going
my heart
extra
can't.
time.
My heart can't handle it. Yeah.
Extra time. We're gonna go.
We're going
We're gonna
pens. Are we going
we're,
pens?
we're gonna have a Fred DeLange injury in the 132nd minute,
Oh God.
and then we're gonna have to go to penalties, and Martin Vandervoort's gonna score the winning goal.
Oh,
And
so it goes deep in pens. Deep in pens.
Oh man. Into the penals. Wow.
Put me in the penal colony. Put me in the penal colony. Oh
Wow,
goodness.
that's something. That's an
that's
idea. That's an idea.
that's my
Yeah,
guess.
there you go. It's a good
3-3.
prediction. Good
First
prediction, Zenny. Good
first
prediction, Zenny.
regulation will be 3-3.
Gosh.
Oh boy.
Good luck,
The
brother.
tunnel.
We
The
head into
tunnel.
the tunnel.
Do you think the injuries will play a big part for your squad here in the Champions League final, MK Dons? Billy Mack?
Um, yeah, I mean, being down 2 of our starting midfielders is not great, but I really feel like the next 2 guys up, um, it's a lateral skill gap, so I don't think it's going to play a big factor.
What do you think is the main factor for you taking home the trophy today?
Just stopping this Makoko guy,
David Makoko? Okay.
and Kai Havertz, his size is a bit imposing. So if we can just stop those 2 guys, we're gonna put up points. We're in chaos. We put up points. That's what we do.
Uh,
So we just have to stop Chelsea from doing their end. And in the history of all of sports, the team that scores more wins. So we're just gonna try to score more.
all right. And Chelsea, what are your adjustments here going into hopefully a different outcome for your team?
Right.
Uh,
Right. Yeah. Hoping. I think MKD. At least when we play, obviously they do beat other teams in a variety of ways. But at least when the matches that we've played, I feel like I've been getting pretty beat in transition. Out this is probably the only team in the world that will punish me for having my wingbacks or fullbacks go really high up the pitch. Like you can even see right now. I don't know if are you watching the stream at all, Sean, or anything?
yeah,
You can see at the top there, Calafiore, my left back, is all the way on the back line up there with maybe Luis Enrique or Bartram. I'm not sure who that is.
Anthony Bartram.
Yeah. So he's all the way up there. So and MKD has been great at having Medjahed or whoever cut into that area behind him and punish me strongly from there. So I feel like I'm gonna have to keep an eye on either just having trying to do the balance of maybe pushing him back a little bit, or still keeping him forward and just kind of living with it. That's what I'm gonna feel like. I feel like that for me strategically, that's a big part of the game for me, and how I've been hurt by MKD this season and in the past as well, because they're explosive on transition.
All right, so stop the counterattack.
Stop the transition. Stop the transition would be my.
Okay.
But we shall see.
Speed kills.
There we go. Speed kills, and Bill's got a lot of it.
Bobby up, bro. All right, Harrison, good job, buddy.
Harrison, good. With sure feet there.
TLS. A little high press here from Chelsea. We've been seeing that a lot this year.
Oh, Littell able with the interception. See, but this is two sides of the sword there, because if I pull James back, he can't get into that position. And I mean, yes, it was a miss, but if James is sitting back, he can't punish. You want to punish MKD when they get in trouble sometimes, but who's punishing who there? Basically, is kind of the point. And it's tough to say sometimes.
Playing way back here, but Freddie D
completely. Flag is up.
Yeah, he did look quite a bit offside there.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Poorly timed run, but it's a foot in, and you might have had a goal scoring opportunity.
Yep, that's right.
Uh-oh.
Here we are again.
We like this. We are on the counter.
Into that danger area, that top right corner. That's scary for me. Iglesias all the way to the byline.
Koku.
Koku, not known for his heading. That's not. He's more of a speedster.
Iglesias looking for Eminem. Eminem looking for Freddie D. And it's going to be a corner. We're going to be looking for Stefan. Not the Harrison good here. Everybody knows it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. And Kai Havertz stops it.
The tall guy.
High on height there.
Well.
Oh no.
Nice reception. We're on comprehensive highlights, so we might see some things that, maybe previously on key would not count as highlights.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
Oh,
that definitely did count, though, as the header.
Anthony Larkin, though, with the set piece.
Ooh!
Oh, looks for one, and it's going to turn into a corner kick. We've seen this. You see Kai Havertz can mark Harrison good again.
So if he tries.
And he does once again. Fabio Guerrero, though. But he gets it to that.
And that's a big power, I think, of MKD when we played, is that they're a team that in situations like that, maybe Guerrero has more time, but they track back really well, and they'll be able to put some pressure on, force a turnover there. Havertz, a good tackle from Medjahed there, keeps the ball.
Medjahed playing on the back line of the opposite side of the field. Just really a Swiss Army knife right now.
Yeah,
Freddie D slows up play, looking for Jubal.
One of the best crossers in the world, Jubal. That's a dangerous prospect. Offside.
Damn it, Jubal was offside.
Interesting.
3 offsides this early for Kate Adams.
Maybe a little antsy, like Sean said. This is the Champions League final. This is the biggest game probably any of these players ever play in. This is the World Cup final.
Oh, Eminem, though. Going to that coveted right corner.
He does whip it in beautifully.
Gosh, who scored that? Luis Enrique scored that? No, that's heavy off. Pretty deep off.
It was pretty insane. If it does count, that was a pretty insane goal. And it does count. There you have it. There you have it.
From Enrique to Freddie D.
That kind of play, we saw a little bit of that in the Man City game, where they're just quick with the passing.
Well, what are you doing there, my friend?
The ball wants nothing to do with that. Up here.
Wow, and just like that, the Champions League final in Kate Adams.
Out in front.
Former Tier 3 club.
And Freddie D.
Oh, Freddie D off the left. Not really strong with that left foot. And it shows there.
What adjustments are Chelsea going to do after they get being down 0-1?
Have to go to the drawing board there, that's true. Havertz, Nardi.
He's changed with the speed now for that corner. He always goes to the corner and then tries to
Oh,
cross.
oh, G-ball. Oh,
Gets it
Enrique
right
gives it
back.
right back.
Oh my
Oh,
lord!
Descargo. Oh, nice
Wow.
pass
That's
from
Mark
Van der
Vanderwerf.
Voort. Yep. Right
G-ball with
passes
the
the
speed.
press.
Who's
Enrique.
Enrique with the 1 assist in the match?
Yep. Already a good game so far.
Oh.
That is it. And that is that.
Oh.
Have a lot of problems with the inverted wing backs. Enrique coming inside, and there's a moment of hesitation. They just don't get to him. And, is it the fullback supposed to press him? Is it the midfielder supposed to press him? They just they get confused just for half a second, and that's all it takes. And he gets the chance to make a clear pass, and that's 2-0.
And Freddie D, I mean, really, he's been playing with the second team all year. Gets the opportunity to play up top based on the John Jacques injury, and then has to move back to the wing. And Freddie D's making the most of it.
As he has all season in the Premier League.
But Chelsea won't lay down. We know that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. let's get a little nervous there, but then there's a ball at the back line.
Just a quarter. We'll take the quarter there in that case, it looks like.
Oh!
Rato, but no, a great save again from Van der Voort. 32 minutes in. Yep, and that was a perfect example of. Oh goodness.
What are we doing here? G-ball, what are we doing? We don't like that cross.
Saki's nothing doing.
Escargot looking for Guerrero. A 1-2 combo there. Calafiore sinks in the back line and that's layup. The 150?
Yep, 149, I think. Yep, pretty close.
$150 man.
Comes through in the Champions League final. That's what you pay him for. That's what you want him around for.
Well, there we are, 2-1, within striking distance from Chelsea, and on track for my prediction.
3-3.
And then to Stepanov. Who's that noise?
Quite for Enrique, not quite.
Henderson looking for an outlet here, goes to Morata.
Oof.
High press by Freddie D, and he doesn't really know what to do with it. So Bartram's going to look. Oh, and Eminem retains possession, slows up play, and just really not used to playing that position. It shows.
Oh, Iglesias between the lines.
What?
Oh my God!
He just nutmegged the keeper.
He nutmegged the keeper with about a 6-inch window to score that goal.
Oh my!
And he does.
I wonder from Henderson. You would think maybe Joe Shiesty might.
Might have saved it. Small window.
Chelsea want to get it back. XG is tight, made up stat, but we'll see. So many people are coming into the box. That's typical from MK Dons. I have to see some.
Even though Derek Carr has about 10 seconds to throw this ball.
See some maybe some marking of the specific man. Everyone will play man-to-man defense here. Oh.
Good ball.
Can't get the first touch.
Wow, that was embarrassing. You know, it's a made-up stat, but the XG shows that this match is very, very even.
Yeah, that has been the case. That's been the case with a lot of the matches between them, but when push comes to shove, MKD's been putting the ball in the net. Chelsea has not been stopping it.
Good run here.
We'll go.
Center back's got some speed too, though. don't know about that. All about that.
Eminem looking for Freddie B. What?
Oh,
Wow.
Pass.
Interesting flip of play there.
Field, we got a corner.
We get a Stephen.Andrew to Harrison Good connection there.
Oh, barely. Coco trying to run a little bit. Great tackle.
Oh,
terrible pass from my best player. Not what you want to see.
Eminem for the byline. Calafiore has been in Eminem's pocket all night.
Alright, yes he has. He's been trying. It's a
That's
hard
Barboza.
task. Yeah. And offsides for Chelsea here. Yep, definitely can't give up another goal here in the first half. 3-1 is already enough of a hole.
You wonder if Chelsea tries to push here for another direct goal, or if they're just going to concede and go to the locker at 3-1. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and press. Fabio Guerrero breaks free, wait for somebody, and just
this corner. They're not. The bylines are just not working. You got 3 bodies up front.
And there's the transition.
Oh.
Could
have been a red. Could have been a yellow to red.
I think it was clean. Good tackle. Corner kick from Stephen.Andrew. Harrison Good. Looks like
Just got their eye poked out in the stands.
We'll get instant replay of that, and
we'll
get another one. Another one. Guerrero, and now they're going to foot race.
And that is halftime.
Wow.
There you have it.
That's the that first half quick there.
I feel like the marking on the Chelsea defense is allowing some people to slip through some of the gaps. I think as mentioned, the inverted winger role is getting the defense a little bit confused. Perhaps moving to a specific marking could help, and that crossing from the byline is not getting a lot of success. It's a lot of shutdown angles there. Maybe you can move to earlier crosses and use Mokoko's speed instead of heading. Maybe bring someone into the midfield a little bit to try to get some room there. But yeah, I'm in the Euro Cup too for a reason, guys.
We found the coach of Chelsea here in the tunnel coming out of the locker room, and a couple words from him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes my tactics are a little easier now, being down 3-1. Maybe looking back at the first half, I could have been a little more defensive and stayed a little more back. But try to come out and win. Try to go out and play the way I normally play, and usually that does work. Had some pretty poor performances on the ratings here, particularly in the midfield. I had a 6.5, a 6.4, and a 6.4 in the midfield there. So I think obviously getting beat in the middle of the park makes things more challenging. But we'll hope to, now, I mean, we have to score 2 more goals at least, if not 3, and not give up any. That's pretty straightforward on what needs to happen. So we'll definitely try for that.
We heard it here first.
Heard a tunnel interview from the opposing coach. Now he knows exactly how to counter the counter.
Luis Enrique coming off the back line again. Oh.
Militao, one of the older, a team that I kept around, a player I kept around for a game like this, who, on the scouting report is a big match player, posting a 6.4. Has to be subbed out at halftime. That's how poor he was.
Wow.
I can't. Gotta try to do something with a 6.4. You can't have all the 6.4s stay, and that might be nice on the kick there. Yeah, too fast. This team is too fast for me. What to say?
In the tunnel coming out of the first half, the coach for Chelsea mentioned the counterattack. And it was on display there. Just from a shot attempt to Chelsea to a goal from MK Dons in less than 20 seconds.
Yeah, maybe, it's a lot of maybes, you never really know. Yeah, control possession, just keep the ball out of their hands or something, but it's just not playing to win. I don't know what we will see here, but Chelsea still got some fight in them.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, you make it to the Champions League final. It's kind of hard to say, well, let's just, let's just change what we do. When you haven't been doing that all year. And, sometimes it's just not a good matchup. I don't think I didn't lose 2 times to MKD during the season because they're both flukes. This might not be a matchup that works out in favor there.
But Chelsea looking to fight back here. Definitely not going to lay over. I mean, how many times do you get the opportunity to play the Champions Cup final? I'm a little surprised to see that MK Dons isn't going to park the bus or slow down tempo, but this is just the MK Dons way.
Yeah, that's the same reason Chelsea is down 4-1, the same reason MK Dons up 4-1. They do what they do. You do what you do.
Shoot or shoot.
Yep, shoot or shoot. And
Calafiore looking. So they get a corner here from Chelsea.
And that's a big difference there. Chelsea usually gets a cross completed in that section. The wingbacks are not fast enough to recover in that position, but MKD's, they just are. They do recover, and they block that cross. Chelsea scores a lot of goals off of a cross just like that, making its way into the box. In fact, that's how they scored their only goal this game, was by a similar situation with Calafiore getting all the way to the byline and actually making the cross. And there he is again, and he's going to cross it, and it's this one. They got the speed to stop it.
Oh, Anderson, Wonderland.
Yeah,
Who the hell is that?
Militao.
Yep, the sub for Militao, 20 or 21 years old, had to come in for the old guy, and thankfully somehow he's already played better.
Yeah, and he gives a pulse to your Chelsea, and then immediately Fabio Guerrero breaks loose in the back line.
Oh,
Josh Harrison, good. Oh, almost wets the bed. Wow.
That's a sub out as if I've ever seen one.
Oh, come on. Harrison good. Oh my gosh, Harrison good.
The pressure is getting up back into MK Dons. Will their mental, the composure? I need to go.
Make this sub.
Man. Saints are getting ruled. Right.
Oh, but Harrison good. Can you handle this? No, you can't. I can't take any more of those. That was so stressful.
Bartram and Harrison good are out. Will the backups be able to stand up to this inspired Chelsea offense at this moment.
Bartram comes off due to fatigue. Good comes off due to performance.
And the counterattack, and Chelsea win it back, but then give it right back away. Castellanos in the wide position, and Chelsea defense give the MK Don treatment to MK Dons and block the cross.
Harrison, freaking good. What are you doing back there, my friend?
Yeah, that was probably a lifeline there. With that, if that own goal goes in, maybe the momentum of the match turns. But still pretty comfortable at 4-2 here. Oh, CLS.
You know, it is worth noting though that both the MK Dons wingbacks are on yellow cards, so definitely an opportunity to attack there from Chelsea.
Attack the wingers. Yep. Attack. And oh god.
Oh wait a minute, Calafiore, what are you doing with that clean, my friend?
Not great.
You know, the MK Dons corner attack. Oh my god! That's been the greatest career thing this year, and there it is. It strikes again.
That will likely be all she writes. 5 goals.
Super sub Roberto Boccato comes in and gets a goal off of the corner.
We got 20 minutes left in regulation. Chelsea with a corner cannot connect the connection. They need to score 3 goals in 20 minutes while holding MK Dons to 0. Tough ask here in the Champions Cup final. We have to see the Premier League champions. See what they have up their sleeve in the final 20 minutes here. Passage of play here, getting some bodies in the box. Will they be able to? Havertz regains control but cannot get the cross through the MK Dons back line.
Cheval. Okay, Dylan. Cheval.
He's outside.
Wait, Reece James, hello?
He just mugged him. Okay, 3-on-2 here. Will Chelsea be able to get in the back of the net? Finds the Moukoko
that's
better.
The layup. That is a layup for Moukoko.
5-3. Moukoko 2 goals so far from the Chelsea side. Needs
all of a sudden, the Chelsea fans that were leaving the stadium decided to stay a little bit longer. Maybe there's a chance.
Yeah, still trying.
Chelsea now in the lead of the made-up stat category. XG.
Made-up stat. Uh-oh. Stefan not looking for Roberto Boccato again. Worked earlier, but this time Fabio Guerrero was able to clear it out. Uh-oh. Guerrero just abandons Eminem there. Leaves him wide open for the cross. Alright. MK Don throw in, right? Oh.
Another Chelsea in the attacking third here. Will Havertz find another connection, possibly to Moukoko, but MK Dons is back already. Pavone to Van Schuren cannot get past the defense here. But we have another shot here in the last 5 minutes. regulation.
Oh, wait. There's a chance. Is that Murato back on the pitch?
Militalia is similar.
Oh,
Yeah, if I could sub them both out, I would. But Murato was a little better. I ran out of subs. I ran out of subs for players that were playing poorly. Fortunately, I still got 6.5 Larenzaki's. Played a full 90 minutes here. It was poo-poo the entire time, and
Wait a
5-4. The last 4 minutes here.
Wait a minute. There's life. There's some wind in the sails here for Chelsea. We're going to an immediate highlight from Dons. Freddie B. Castellano. You ball behind the back line, and you got to think that Dons would be looking to kill a little bit more time there. And here you have an opportunity for Chelsea.
Not the guy would have went on the end of that header.
And with the whistle about to blow, you have an opportunity here. You would think they would just run it to the corner and stall time, but Dons doesn't really know how to do that. They definitely are stalling time. Well, here, Eminem gets behind the keeper, and
Offsides. They're gonna let him kick it?
Chelsea gonna have to go quick. Chelsea. No.
5-4 though. I mean.
Lukaku with the hat trick.
Yeah.
Lukaku with the hat trick. GG, Bill. GG.
Wow. GG. I think you won XG, right?
I feel 5-4 is kind. I think being down 5-2. Yeah, maybe you could look at the game. I don't know.
So you're saying you think you got beat harder?
I mean, 14 shots on target. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And the XG kind of happened. Yeah, those last couple of goals kind of happened there, but yeah, it felt like the game was out of hand by that point.
See, I'm the opposite of Sean. I defer to XG. If I lose a match, but I won XG, I feel good about it. I feel like, you know what? That's just the way soccer works. So, on the post-game screen of this, seeing the XG, I feel very fortunate to be lifting the trophy.
But that is how soccer works, and you deserved it.
Oh, good. Field won the Champions Cup. This is for the fans. No, it's not for the fans. I don't care about that. I'm proud of the players. That's what it is.
Jordan Bothma on social media says, "Can't believe we lost that. Absolutely fuming. Our strikers couldn't finish dinner."
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
That's a good one, but yeah, it's a tough one. They're giving me the weird treble because they're counting the Community Shield, but that's not a treble.
Yeah, they do. They do that for some reason. Yeah.
Because I didn't win the Premier League.
Yeah. What were your thoughts, Bear, as the neutral? I'm too emotional.
I thought it was a pretty close game.
Too emotional to comment.
It was pretty close. I mean, I almost hit my 3-3. It could have been 5-5, or and that's the story of MK Dons, right? They put up points. and they just got off a win on Man City. Man City did much more poorly than was it 5-1 in Man City? So
Man City final was ugly. It was 7-3.
7-3.
So I won at half, 7-3 final.
Ah. Um. Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, I think if MK Dons keeping their players, I mean, I don't see anything stopping them. It's I mean, they're gonna run it back. The players are only getting better, so
Mm.
it might demand more pay, equal pay for equal work, but um, off season. But heck, there's always next season, last season.
What about the coach of Chelsea? Coming off a Premier League loss, a Premier League trophy, but a Champions League loss. Do you exit this season as if it was a success, or are you disappointed?
I think a success. I think winning either of those trophies they're the two biggest trophies in football. Except besides the World Cup and domestic football, either win the Premier League or even the Champions League. Those are like the two most difficult trophies to win. Um, so no, I definitely don't think. I definitely think it was a success. Yeah, I mean, yes, make it to the Champions League final. Sometimes you play a really good team, and like I said, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not a great matchup. They punish me in ways that I don't get punished against other teams, and it's tough because going into this last season, it's like, well, do you change who you are to try to do a better job whenever you play MKD 2 to 3 times a year, or do you stick with the team that just scored 97 points and 87 goal difference and won 32 of 38 games? So, um, I think I'm gonna live with. Maybe it's not the best matchups, tactic wise. If you want to X's and O's on it against MKD, just with their speed and how they play. But I mean, I built the team the way I built it. It is not a bad team. It's can be successful. Almost won that game. And but no, I definitely think the season was a success and obviously a painful loss. But anybody who lost that game would be in pain. So it's to be expected in those kind of matchups. How
You
about
just
you,
kind
Bill?
of,
How are your thoughts? You have a reverse question to you.
yeah, I think that last year as a team we won the Premier League, and I felt like that was a box checked. So going into this season, the goal was to do well in tournament play, cup play, predominantly the FA Cup and the Champions Cup. So there was a conscious decision made to make an A team and a B team. The B team played in the Premier League matches, and A team in cup play. And honestly, the results panned out the way we planned on it. However, we have to remember that this is sports, and sports don't always end the way you plan on it. So just because it so happened this year doesn't mean that it's going to be that easy next year. We know that Chelsea club is good. We know there's some other clubs in the Premier League and the rest of the world that are good. Man City came alive there at the end. Leicester, Tottenham, even a club kind of hanging out in the shadows like Bristol City. Um, things are going to happen. So just because they went as you planned for it one year doesn't mean that we can get complacent and plan on it happening the next year. I do think we match up well against Chelsea. We try and play a very continuous play, keep the ball in play, our youth and our because of that youth, our energy levels maybe are able to surpass what Chelsea has to offer. So we try to keep the ball in play. We don't give them a lot of set pieces, and for that, they don't get a lot of chances to catch their breath. And so we're able to utilize that well. But the Chelsea head coach has changed up the narrative. He's signing a lot of young guys. They went from being one of the older teams in the Premier League to rivaling our club as one of the younger teams in the Premier League. So that strategy is going to have to change. And we're going to have to go back to the drawing board if we want to continue to have the success we've had. But at the end of the day, it's up to each individual's opinion on what's more important, winning the Premier League or winning the Champions Club Cup. And Chelsea won the Premier League. We won the Champions Cup. Who won the season? I'm not sure. So next year, the goal is to win it all.
There you have it. There you have it. Yep, that's true. You definitely want to win one of them if you can help it. When you're in our position, you want to try to get one of those because those are the most prestigious ones you can get.
Yeah. You know, I definitely at the end of the season, I do feel like there's something like on the table still. I don't know how to win both.
Yeah, most people
'Cause
don't. It doesn't happen very often for a reason. For a reason, that's for sure.
I legitimately had a starting 12 and then a backup. Sorry, starting 11 and a backup 11 this year, minus the keeper. So starting 10, backup 10. And I can't, like, some of the matches that I dropped in the Premier League, I dropped because I'm starting guys like Prince Michels and Remy Armitage.
Hmm.
And the only way around that is to start guys like Jan Jaquez in all 50 games of the year, and that's just not sustainable. So it's like, I don't know. It's hats off to you for being one, a Premier League champion, and then second, like XG favors in the Premier League or Champions League. Yeah, opposite of what I said, but
You're all right.
that's just tough. Like, I
Yeah.
had to basically concede winning the Premier League in order to even be in contention of the Champions Cup.
Right. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
down the stretch, I had a tie to Newcastle, a loss to City, a loss to Bristol City. Ouch, that's terrible. Because like I'm starting Prince Michels, Remy Armitage, like I'm starting guys that typically wouldn't be in my starting 11 in order to keep them to where I can be playing PSG, basically.
Right.
I can't imagine being able to start my best 11 and also make the Champions League semifinals. And you were able to do that, so hats
Yeah, I
off to
think it.
you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it takes. I definitely couldn't do it last year. I mean, I felt like last year I had a hard time. I tried to do better in the in the Champions League, but I mean, I ended up not really being able with injuries, not being able to do either of them. Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. You gotta get the right balance of players that are okay playing every other day, but are also still really good. And I did kind of, at least in this window here, have a, like you said, I kind of got some younger guys that are more comfortable, who played well, that are more comfortable with, hey, I'm a squad player, I'm impact sub, and yeah, I'll come in, you know, once a week or every other week and play well, and but yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's even like with having a team of wonder kids and an uploaded OP tactic, like winning the Premier League and the Champions League in the same year seems
Right.
very difficult.
Yep. I would agree. I would agree. Still a kid.
I do feel like Coach Bear mentioned play the other side of all this. I do feel like Trina has left the station.
For what?
MK down, they ain't getting any worse. And if you want to beat us this year, good luck next year.
Yep.
I mean, my guys are still accepting pennies for pay. Not pennies, but like my highest paid player, Juan Carlos Castellano and Luis Enrique, both 11.5 million. And they're on par with guys that are getting paid 20.
Right.
Eminem is okay with 7.5 million. What's Kai Havertz making?
Let's see. He is making 17.
That's what I'm saying. Like, those dudes are comparable in value, but 10 more million is what you have in a bit. Gosh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's the miracle of MKD, honestly. You found some players that, yeah, you just got them when they first started off and able to kind of ride them when they're young and still strong and not begging for that next contract yet when they're 25. Yeah, Havertz is, how old is Havertz? He's got to be, he's 29. So he's like, yeah, I'm ready to get paid. I'm 29 years old. You're still 20 or 21. It's like, I still got to prove myself. If I keep playing, I can, get a better contract.
Yep.
But yeah, once they get to
That's
that
why
second
even
contract.
if we quit this save in 1 year, I want to play through like another handful just to see what MK Dons does as a club to keep this core together.
Right.
Because
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At this rate, what's your financial status now? I mean, you have to be making a good amount of money now.
we're 300 million.
Yeah, I think that you might be able to afford most of them.
Maybe for now.
Right.
But like at some point, if these guys are just all in their mind that they're back efforts type players, I can't. Nobody can sustain that, right?
Yeah. Just gotta avoid the $25 million guy. If everyone stays at the 10, you can get a lot of good 10s.
But that's the thing; they're all creeping up. Though it went from last year, my highest paid player 6 million. Now, 11.5.
Yeah.
You know, next year 16.5. And when one guy gets it, they all get it. And
Right.
it's just like that's why I'm curious about what's the 5 year trajectory on MK Dons. Because if Juan Carlos, Luis Enrique, Vanderpoort, Bartram, not good, Pagoda, etc., all decide that they're a $20 million player because they are, how do we sustain that long term? So my curiosity of that makes me want to play this another handful of years after
Right.
we quit, just to see.
Yeah, maybe the next Medj ahead, the next Bakoto comes in and kind of just keep the process turning.
True.
And that's like ideally what would happen if they get old, they do their whatever happens, and probably
Yeah,
someone similar.
but the problem is like it's the same thing that's happened with Leonardo Bruno, where it's like if you let somebody go, that means that he's probably going to play the club that you're going to face.
Mm-hmm.
And Leicester has seen an uptick since his arrival,
They
and
got
it's the
fourth.
same
They made
thing,
the Champions League,
right? If
beating out Arsenal, Tottenham, and Liverpool and Man United.
yeah, if any of those top guys like I just can't afford to, they're like, you know what, I'm going to move on to the next KJ Powell's or somebody of similar caliber that I think is going to be a future star. It means that the current star has to go somewhere else, and if he goes somewhere else within the Premier League, like I don't want to see what Leicester looks like with, um, Leonardo Bruno and Luis Enrique.
Mm-hmm.
Because the majority of these top tier players are going to probably go to Premier League clubs.
Right. They got the most money.
So it's almost like I want to keep the guys just because I want to keep them for MK Dons, but also I want to keep them just because I don't want them to go to
Right. Rival.
a rival. So if I can send them all to LA Galaxy, that'd be great.
I'll send them all to Inter and Real Madrid and Bayern Munich.
But even then, I got to play them in the Champions Cup.
Yeah.
To a Saudi team.
Yeah, it's funny that you can't. It's just like I don't even think Saudi is like a playable league. I tried to like look at like leagues you could play in. Saudi's like, cause yeah, back then Saudi like wasn't even like a thing enough for them to even like.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, yeah, it would be a playable league. You go coach there or whatever.
So does Chelsea have any big decisions to make, like they did with Lukaku a couple years ago, going into this next year? Any big changes, status with guys like Reece James and Middletown and some of these staples?
Yeah. Once again, I'm kind of in the it ain't broke, don't fix the camp. I have a really nice mix of players right now that are happy with their playing time, and that's also a part of it, Bill. Like, you can get these guys, and I kind of had some of that last or the year before, where it's like, had to let a couple of them go because they were just not happy playing only in cup matches. They're not happy playing once a week. And I feel like right now I have a pretty good mix of guys, enough guys who are happy playing once a week. Um, like Militao hasn't been barking up a tree at me this whole time. For whatever reason, he's happy. I mean, he had a great season. He had 45 games. He didn't get hurt. 7.28 rating. Um, overall, even looking at his player performance, he did well. Um, and yeah, I don't want to overreact too much on getting beat by a really good team one game. Um, so I think mostly I'm trying to reinforce. I'm getting a new left back because Calafiori's done really well, but there's not really anybody behind him, and thankfully he didn't get hurt too much this year. And then I loaned in a guy from Atletico Madrid, Verscheren, who was excellent this year. Really, he's better than I thought it would be. Um, yeah, he had 32 games, 23 assists. Especially in the Premier League, he had 13 games, 12 assists, and 7 goals. So he was really good. Um, but he was a loan in with an option to buy. So I did pick up the option. So I did buy him for like 37 million. So I think keeping him in the team is a good thing. But most everybody else is. I think we're just gonna we do those two guys, and I think that's about it. I think we're gonna keep the rest of the team. I think Henderson. I kept looking at Henderson like, oh, I need to move on, but then I look at his stats every time, and it's like, well, he's like it's him and Vandervoort are the best two goalkeepers. So, it's kind of one of those things of I just don't necessarily, the risk of trying to find somebody. Yeah, he's like.
Like, so in general, you're saying we're going to see a salty running back.
Pretty close. I bring a couple guys, two new guys in, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of the same guys.
What about Bristol City? Is it going to be a facelift of the team now that they've established themselves as this going into their second year in the Premier League.
Resoundingly yes. I have 70 million, so I need to buy something.
Wow.
There we go. There we go. That's exciting.
But I need to find someone that's good that actually wants to play for me. So I
Uh-huh.
can't really find good 70 mil players that actually want to play with me. But
Gotta go for the kids.
the kids for one season, for the last season, I can get some
Hey,
18-year-old.
Bill's done that. Bill's had some people come in that be real good at 18. I had a guy that basically saved my season, Fabricio Medina, who ended up being number one on the next gen. I didn't know that at the time, but he was 19 when I bought him, and put up a 7.04 rating. It's really good, pretty good for me. Bought him for five. Well, I bought him for 5 million, so maybe that's a bit of the why he looks so good is he's only $5 million.
Um,
But
yeah. What about transfer window's open. 9. I'm supposed to get a player today. Get 2 players today. Youngster. Board's mad I even bought.
eh,
Thomas Toth, left back. Transfer.
He has a car and all that, right?
tough
Joe
one,
Bursick
Bear.
said he didn't want to play for me, but yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
a
I'll
tough
just
one.
put back
Tough, tough,
70
tough fight there. You think this next season's gonna change it?
No, I think it's. I think it's a bad matchup. I just don't. And
Well, apparently it's a bad matchup to everybody, but
right, exactly.
everything figured out by then. We want to hang out.
I just don't think I can.
We'll let you know where we
What
are.
am I
But
gonna
if
do?
not,
I'm gonna change
dude,
my
we
whole
got it.
tactics and just
Get
change my
stuff
whole
figured out.
identity
All right.
in
But
hopes of it. So I don't know. I feel like that's especially with one to go here. Am I gonna? I feel like that'd be reaching.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's. And yeah, ultimately, ask yourself the question: if this season happens and I win the Premier League again, and Bill wins the Champions League again, am I okay with that? And if the answer is yes, then I should keep doing what I'm doing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean, I don't know if, like I said, I think there's too. I feel like there's too high of a chance of me like changing my tactics or like changing who I am going into this next season, then I end up with nothing. Kind of like because I'm still haunted by not this past season, but the season before, where I went to a three at the back. I tried to change things up. I changed the tactic. Tried to change. Brought in more center backs in the off season than I needed. Because I'm playing three at the back. And it didn't go well. I lost. I had a tie to Bristol City the first game of the year, and I remember losing to Middlesbrough pretty at home, I believe, like 2-1. And it's kind of like, what the hell is going on? And so, if you give me the option between that and the season I just had, that yes, fortunately didn't win the Champions League, didn't win the FA Cup, didn't win the Carabao Cup.
Well,
Didn't win it. Didn't win it. Can't say I won it. And that was a lot better than the season before. So
I mean, it didn't go to extra time. I mean, that's close.
It was a close game. That Carabao Cup was close. But yeah, I think you are who you are. I know how this team plays. I know what attributes to look for. I know like what kind of traits need to look for in players for this style of play. And if I lose a game by 1 goal in the Champions League final, then you just got to live with it. I wish there was a way to look at like. I wish there was a way to look like my overall like win-loss record this year, including everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I can look at the Premier League, and I look at like Carabao Cup and all that, but like Data Hub something, but
I think this outcome is perfect because I wonder if one of us would have won both the Premier League and the Champions League if it would have just kind of like taken the luster away.
right.
It's like I want to win both. So like going into this next season, there's like
Yeah, I think that's true.
there's like something to fight for here.
There's more, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Either of us would have won both of them. It's kind of like, well, there's no question on. I mean, not. I mean, I guess it's debatable. I guess, but
Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder if you would have won the Champions League if it leaves like a little bit of like, all right, well, I've reached the mountaintop.
right.
What more is there to do?
Yeah. Oh God. Oh yeah, I like Nico Bear. I think Nico's a good player. If you can get him, that'd be good.
I tried to offer the kid and caboodle for him, and they wanted 180. Just like, okay, hold up, hold up. That was their counter. It's like, you know who I am? I wouldn't. He looks good too. He'll free up. He'll cover both midfield and defensive midfield for me. So, and he's worth. I think he is worth 70 million, especially one season. So,
No, I think he's really good. Yeah.
I do after league appearances, 50 games. He'll never get paid. I don't care. You could take the max, 70 million. They did. They did take it. Uh,
Hey, that's a smart business there. That's smart business.
board's gonna stop this.
Yeah, probably right.
Nico is not interested. Okay.
Oh, not even for that. Come on, man.
He's not interested in me. Well, it's nice knowing you. I guess I'll take you off my short list.
And that's the biggest credit for Bill is that he found guys that ended up being really good that would play for him. Like, yeah, Nico probably wouldn't have came to MKD. Maybe he does now. The MKD is, Premier League champions, Champions League champions, FA Cup champions. Like now that MKD is established, but you go 3 seasons, first or second year in the Premier League for MKD, Nico's not coming.
Mm-mm.
Kind of the same situation you're in right now, where it's like you're not established as a, contending European team.
Money?
Here comes the daunting off season. It has hurt MK Dons in the seasons past.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will
if
see if
anybody wants to leave.
finally the pedigree of MK Dons keeps some of the guys around, or they continue to be allured by
Allured.
names
Ooh.
such as PSG and Real Madrid. Like Harvey Elliott was, like Leonardo Bruno was.
God, I terribly have to play this Club World Championship. We both do, Bill. Ugh,
Do what?
this is the
You have more
worst.
games to play? It's not off season?
Not for Bill and I. We are in the Club World Championship. Woo!
Never heard of her.
Exactly. Well, it begins in 3 days.
Is that an actual tournament or is
Yeah.
that just in this?
That's real. That's real.
Do they actually? I've
They're
never.
playing it right now, actually. Man City's is in the final.
Do they actually try or do they put in backups or what?
Man City plays like the B team. Yeah. But it's supposed to be the best team or two from each. So it's the best team from Japan. It's the best team from Saudi Arabia. It's the best team from Australia. It's the best team from Mexico.
It's the Global Champions League.
Yeah,
But they don't.
But
Why is it not acclaimed? Because they're the
other
best team in
teams suck.
Japan still sucks.
Yeah, the best team in Japan got beat 3-0 with 0 shots on target by Man City's B team in the semifinal, like 2 or 3 days ago.
Hmm.
So yeah, no offense to Japan, but obviously they don't have the money or the players that best in the Premier League has. So it's kind of, it's just not as I guess it's possible. But yeah, since the best players don't play, then the better teams don't really send their best players, and 11th. I were from 16th to 11th ranked club.
Went from 70th to 34th.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
How can PSG be the top team in Europe and they just lost?
Cause it's like based off the last 5 years.
Oh.
So they won. I mean, I think they won the Champions League 2 years ago. They were in the final last year. They just made the semifinals this year. So yeah, they've been. I don't even know. They may have won more than that. Honestly, I'm not sure. Yeah, they won in 2024 or the 2025, and they won in 2027. So
Yeah. So
they've been in there quite a bit. Like obviously finals last year, 2 years ago, and then semifinals this past year. Yeah, I mean they rock over their league every year, and they have. I think they're the richest team in the game. They're Man City. Which Man City, that's just crazy that Leicester got the fourth spot. So Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man U. Liverpool and Man U aren't even playing European football next year. Like they're not even playing in anything.
I am.
that's
But you are.
crazy.
I'm not really sure
I
how
mean,
West Ham is
Man,
playing in the final in Europe, but they are somehow.
Man U has been kind of like up and down throughout the time we played. But Liverpool?
Yep.
West Ham must have done good enough in like a Carabao or something.
Yeah, I guess so. That's kind of random. Usually you wouldn't get the Champions Cup for that. You'd get like the Euro 2 or something, but I don't know. Must have done something, yeah.
Palace are paying 41 million for this goalkeeper. I have like a estimate of 19 million for him.
Mm.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. When's our game start again? Are y'all simming that
Yeah,
thing?
sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
not a lot to see here.
July. They start July 5th is when my friendlies start. Oh, shit. That's like 3 weeks.
Hey, Arsenal's hiring Sean,
Oh. Oh.
leading candidate Pep,
Oh
Pep
God.
Guardiola.
Yeah, he might still have more clout than Bear here.
Little surprised to see that Zinedine Zidane is listed as secure.
I think they just
As
hired him.
yeah, I guess so.
He hasn't had the chance to start losing yet.
Yeah, that
Liverpool's
makes sense.
cursed now.
Missing out on European soccer though is
That's big.
as a Liverpool coach is
I have to say that would be one of the hardest sports jobs, like to be an athlete for. I think soccer would just be exhausting. Like Barcelona played a league match. I think it was either 2 days ago or yesterday. Like a league match, like a match in the Liga, like Premier League match basically. And then they had to fly to Dallas, Texas, that night after the game to play in a friendly against the Mexican team America at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. And it's like
That's wild.
like even just the travel of that, much less like actually playing, it's just like ridiculous. But they just work them like dogs, those players. They're gonna add, and they're just gonna keep adding games and as many games as they possibly can. But I mean, that's all sports try to do that, but most of them aren't as taxing as soccer is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Is Odegaard good?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
If you could get him, that'd be great.
I'm offering some more money then. If I get him, then I'm not taking that Arsenal job. Whoever gets Arsenal is gonna be up a creek without a handle. If I can even sign, he's paid 15 million. I don't even know if I can afford that. Jesus Christ. My brisket's almost done. It's at 201 degrees.
Oh,
Well, it's
nice.
done. It's time.
It's time.
2 more degrees, maybe.
Yeah, I have it set for 203. So.
You got the right sensor now?
Just in
Yep.
time for
Got
dinner,
the Bluetooth
baby.
one now.
See, here's the tough spot that I'm in right now. It's like I've got this beautiful $300 million, and I want to go after a guy like Odegaard
uh,
He's not any good.
or Jamal Musiala or Phil Foden or somebody like that.
uh-huh.
The thing is their wage is so high, 30 million a year,
Right.
20 million a year, etc. That if I were to target a player like that and bring them in, everything gets blown up for the rest of my team.
Yep. Yeah, they all want to get paid. Yep.
Yeah, and so it's like Jamal Musiala makes my team way better in the immediate, but in the further out trajectory, he makes it worse. But when we're making the commitment to only play 1 more year, it's like, whatever, who cares?
Right.
But like, I'm still processing things in my mind as like the best for the club long term.
Yeah.
Well, good news is he didn't want to play for me, so.
He's interested in playing for me for $30 million a year.
Yeah, he'll be interested to play for you, yeah. Just as long as you pay his wage. Yeah. Yeah, you just got to make sure. If you are paying that guy that much money, he's got to be, like, yeah, like super important to you.
Like Makoko.
Like Makoko.
Yep.
When he plays.
When he plays. God willing, he won't be on the injury table half the year this year.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully, he stays healthy.
What is this Club World Championship?
That is caca.
I've got this Syrian club.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
This could be. This could be something. Are we simming to win this?
Yeah. Yes, we are. God, could you imagine being
No, whatever
one
you're
one
about
of
to
the
say.
one of the players here? Like, imagine like if you're Mukoko, or nah, Mukoko, you were hurt most of the time. Unless you were Havertz. Havertz played the whole year. Havertz played the whole year. He played probably like 40 games. Goes on vacation for like a week, and now he has to come play this game. Just this random ass game in the middle of the off season. And then he's got to be ready to start playing again in July. Training camp starts. You do it all again.
Yeah.
No way, dude. That's what I said.
Just be a kick. Just be a kicker in the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
look at the kicker for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dude flunked out of the MLS, and now he's the greatest rookie kicker of all time.
Literally.
Imagine, like, somebody like Kai Havertz just decided, you know what? I'm gonna go kick these egg-shaped balls.
Really far in a relatively straight line. Yeah.
Chelsea beats
Ajax.
Ajax. Gaydons beats Alwada.
That's from Syria. Yeah, you take the torch to these Middle Eastern teams. You take the torch to the Israeli team. You took the torch to the Syrian team.
We're just getting even, you know.
That's funny. Oh, man.
How about Puka Nakua?
God, he just killed me. I'm in the league. I'm the commissioner in.
You're against him
I'm
tonight?
against him. Yeah, he just kind of lit me up right now.
Sheesh.
But we kind of
Oh, well.
we did it to where it's like 2 weeks for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this week and next week.
Yep.
But I had Olave on the bench. Yeah,
On face.
he had 24. I don't know. He said he was hurt. He was sick. It seemed like he was about to die, and then he comes out. But he did that earlier this year too.
In lieu of who?
Who did I play instead of him? Let me see. I mean, I went by Fantasy Pros. They had like Joe Mixon, Cortland Sutton.
Well,
Yeah, St. Brown is better for sure.
I don't know if I could do the Cortland Sutton, but
Yeah, it's just because they're playing New England coming up here, and they give up a lot.
I've been the clown face guy on the Cortland Sutton train, so
So.
every time I negatively talk about that guy, he gets a touchdown within the next 5 minutes.
There you go. Keep dogging him. Keep dogging him.
I'm worried about Joe Mixon going into this
Pittsburgh.
matchup.
Yeah. Shall see. But thankfully, you're in the semifinals now.
Yep, semifinals.
Shall see. Good luck. Good luck. Happy I beat Barnacles finally this year. Lost to him twice in the regular season. He was my kryptonite. I beat him in consolation. That's what matters, damn it. God, nobody wants to win that NFC South, huh? Saints had a chance. That was a home game for them in LA. Sheesh. Falcons benched their starting quarterback for the second time this season. I think it's safe to say that he will not be coming back.
They're in a bad spot, man.
Falcons?
Yep.
Yeah.
Their quarterback is bad.
Yep.
But for some random reason, they're doing decently as a team where I don't know they're ever going to pull the trigger.
Right.
To like just move on. Like they just need to blow it up. They need to get a new quarterback. What's their coach's name?
Art.
Gosh, he's awful. Art
Something.
Let me see.
Smith?
Arthur Smith. Yeah, Arthur Smith. He's so bad. He just benched Bijan Robinson last week for fumbling the ball once. And he just not good. But they're randomly in like outside contention for playoffs.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's one of those like Daniel Jones situations where it's like he's not bad enough to fire him, but he's not good enough to put you in the actual picture.
Right.
But he just kind of like keeps you just hanging on to hope.
Look at that.
They just need to blow it up. They need to get rid of Arthur Smith.
Right.
They need to go ahead and sign an actual quarterback this year, or potentially like if they wanted to be that team that pulled the trigger on a good backup. But yeah. If they continue with the Desmond Ritter show, I think they're just
Up a creek.
they're just lying to themselves. But like, I wouldn't mind if they went ahead and like pulled the trigger on a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal for Jake Browning.
Yeah.
You know, if they
give him a chance,
went for a 1 or 2-year deal on a guy like Drew Lock.
Yeah.
One of these guys, or so they either need to go try to chase one of those dudes, or they just need to say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and blow it all up. We're going to go Drake May.
Right.
We're going to move up in the draft, or we're going to go the Jaden Daniels kid out of LSU, or somebody like that. And we have a second-year receiver, a second-year running back. We have all the pieces here. We're going to go ahead and like rebuild. But I think because they're slightly hanging on to hope, instead of like blowing it up and rebuilding, they're going to try and like piece something together.
Yeah. People love to be relevant. They'll sell their souls for relevancy.
Well, their soul will be sold.
Well, somehow, Sean's, what was his name? Sean's player Alex Scott, signing of the year.
Hell
For the
yeah.
Premier League, $15 million, 32 appearances, 11 goals, 6 assists. Also, biggest overachievers in the league was Bristol City.
Mm.
There you have it. Congratulations, well done.
Yeah, Alex got really good performance there for a bleak 15 million.
Yeah,
He
there
went
you
out
go.
there and put up 11 goals, 6 assists, a 709.
$1 million a goal, you take that?
I mean, yeah, especially for a guy that's not even a striker.
Yep. uh,
What do you think of my Cooper Cup for Jay Jettis trade?
Um, how did he do tonight?
Cooper Cup was 5 catches for 64 yards, something like that.
Eh,
So like 11 or
yeah.
12 fantasy points.
And you got JJ, right?
I got Jay
Yeah.
Jettis.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's, yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, Cup maybe gets you what he got, like 16 points. I mean, yeah, I mean, it seems like, at least this season for sure, the days of 40 points from Cup are just not happening. But Jefferson, you have a chance for it.
Yeah, I think it's a floor and ceiling play.
Right.
I'm the underdog going into this week, so I'm willing to roll a dice on Jay Jettis. And yeah, he might put up 2 points having a backup quarterback, but he also could do like 35.
Right.
Meanwhile, Cooper Cup at a minimum is going to have a night like tonight, 5 catches for 60 yards, and at a maximum have 5 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. His floor is 10, his ceiling is 25. But Jay Jettis' floor is 5 and ceiling of like 40.
Right.
So just rolling the dice a little bit on it.
Yeah. I think it's good.
I just wish my buddy, my good friend, would work me a deal for Michael Pittman Jr., but maybe he's not nearly as good of a friend as I thought he was.
Well. God, are all your guys just gassed, Bill? Everyone on my team is like high injury risk. They should be
Yeah,
rested.
yeah, I'm not super stoked about this club world shit
Right.
crap.
Everyone's just gonna go out here and die.
I have friendly starting in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I have to play the LA Galaxy in
Nice,
3 days.
nice. Yeah, like half my players are on international break,
Mm,
so they can't even play. 2 other players are on vacation. They're just on. They just didn't show up for the Club World Championship. They didn't show up. They're just staying at home. They just don't want to come play. And I'm like, I don't really blame them, but I mean, come on now, help me out here.
bold decision. Coach Bear went on vacation for 2 weeks there and lost his job.
Came back to the house on fire. God, what? We were like 12th in the league. What happened? Well, sir,
lost, 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 lost.
he lost about every possible game. There was a point there where Bill and I were doing it. You had a draw, and we were like, oh, there we go. He's turning it around. It's happening.
Mm,
And well, turns out it was not happening.
It was hard. It was hard to watch.
Yeah. You had a good season up to that point. Like, you were doing fine. It's just, yeah, that's it.
Each time that it happened, I was like, man, well, hopefully the pasta and
The wine.
the wine and the Venetian food and all of that was worth it. You coming back unemployed, my friend.
That's funny.
You'll get the pictures on Discord of the Arkansas trip.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
Arkansas. Never
it's
thought of it.
definitely an underrated part of our country for sure.
Mm.
West Arkansas, the Ozarks National Forest, Ouachita National Forest, I guess it was Ozarks Mountains, that area.
Uh, yeah.
Pretty little spot, and it's nice because it's like only 10 hours away.
Right.
So in comparison to the Smokies or the Rockies, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
My daughter looking like a marshmallow with that puffy jacket.
That's good. How's Kayla doing?
She's good. She's in that officially in that second trimester, week 13.
There we go.
So it's like the no more sickness. It's what they call, I guess, the sweet spots.
Mm.
She's not uncomfortable from like being big, but she's not sick from being whatever.
Right.
She's described it to other people as the sweet spot, whatever that means.
Yeah.
The Chiefs haven't lost 3 straight. They just won.
Who's that?
Richard Sherman is giving his power rankings,
Oh.
and he doesn't have the Chiefs on it, and then he's like, they've lost 3 straight. Da, da, da. And it's just like you get paid millions of dollars to talk about football, and you don't even know that they just won.
Yeah. I know
I
that's the
listen to this Houston Texans podcast pretty much every day.
thing.
It's
God, how the hell we win that game?
dude, seriously. It's this podcast network that they release podcasts like literally every day.
Really that
And
much news on the Texans?
yeah, one of the guys, he has like a media pass, so he goes to the practices, and he'll come back and like report on like who was at practice, how limited they were, how good did they look, that sort of things. And then it's called Locked On. It's the Locked On Podcast Network, and every team has somebody that's on their deal. And one day of the week they do like a co-podcast with the team they're going to play against. Like this week, the Locked On representative for the Texans will have a co-podcast with the Locked On representatives for the Cleveland Browns. They'll do like this co-podcast and kind of like give each other insight. It's this whole network, but they do a podcast every single day. And it's nice because sometimes I need some content, so I'll get on there. But the guy that's like hired by the Locked On Network to do the Texans podcast, he's bad. He's just really, really bad. And he just misses the mark. The other day, he was like, some of our most legendary Houston Texans receivers, like Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Brandon Cooks. And I was like, hold on, what did you say?
The
How
legend
is
of Brandon Cooks.
he was like legitimate that Brandon Cooks is our third best receiver ever, and I'm just like, he played for us for like one full
Yeah.
year. I don't understand.
Yeah.
And he does that all the time. He'll
Yeah.
just say some things that are just like, you get paid to talk about this team, and you don't even know what you're talking about. And Richard Sherman gets paid to talk about football. He doesn't even know the Chiefs just won last week.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely like Romo was like that last year, where you could just tell like, I'm just kind of here to show up and do my job. I'm not really like doing a lot of research here. I'm probably playing golf in between.
Yeah.
And he's just off on. He's been better. He's been a lot better this year because they chewed him out about it. But yeah, like there's definitely people, a good amount of people that just kind of show up and just speak and get money.
It's crazy. Just like
That's something I've kind of disliked. I used to love those like the first take shows and all that when I was like in college. I mean now a long time ago now, but like I was in college. but just to like see it divulge into who can be either the loudest or most outrageous, or I don't know. It's just ridiculous. People get so much money for being absolutely ridiculous.
Sorry to deflect here. MK Dons against LA Galaxy. MK Dons. Actually, LA Galaxy 0 shots,
There it
0
is.
on target. MK Dons 41 shots.
There you go.
Somehow only 4 goals, but goodness.
There you have it. There you have it. That's what I'm saying. That's what happens if you play the Club World Championship. Even the B teams just kill these people. Wait, are you selling Evan Ferguson, Bear?
They're offering for him.
Oh, West Ham.
He said his preferred destination is Chelsea.
Sorry, got no room for you.
I think he can take Makoku's spot. I'll trade you for him.
A trade, just a straight trade.
Colony for colony.
Colony. There you go. God. I need Newton to get married already. We can just go bother him and play Cosmic Encounter. No, who knows what the hell? Oh God, I don't even know what kind of crap he would want. We might be out.
I don't know what
streets of Vegas. The streets of Vegas still 5 in the morning doing who knows what.
That's what I went with to Vegas for Robert's bachelor party, and hung out with Newton, and he showed us a good time, but it was late. It was late.
How late?
That's like once a year. I mean, the club closed. All right, that's how late it was. The club actually closed.
Legitimately, lights are coming on. Please leave. We are tired of taking your money. Just get out of here.
Oh man.
Yeah, who knows what the hell's going on there?
I'm getting tired thinking about it.
Yeah. Have all his Vegas friends there.
Yeah.
And then the 3 of us. We're gonna turn in, dude. We're gonna turn in. We'll see you tomorrow. God.
Oh man.
Trying to get us to.
Sean's bachelor party was the latest I've stayed up in the last.
Yeah, that was late.
Like several years.
That was later than mine, right? I don't think we stayed up as late for mine.
No, we did not. No.
No.
And well, I think what helped or hurt, I don't know, depending on how you look at it, was the wedding wasn't the next day. It was 2 days later.
Right, that's true.
So it makes it to where staying up till 5 wasn't like jeopardizing potential wedding day activities. But I did go to the San Antonio Zoo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A few hours after.
Yeah.
I was the vacuum.
That's right.
Cosmic Encounter, so.
That's so funny.
I'll remember that being a rough trip to the zoo.
You're more tired than the animals there. They took pity on you.
That's right.
God, I hope I lose. Please lose this game to Barcelona, please. My guys need a break.
Yeah, I've got Real Madrid and Harvey Elliott
There you go.
in this club championship. I'm finally able to click on Milton Keynes on club info, and that honors screen is finally full.
Hmm.
There you go.
There used to be a lot of gaps in that screen. You know?
Very nice. Very nice. Where do you even see that? Is it home?
Just click on club info
Oh, club
on
info.
the left hand, and depending on how you have your screen set up, for me it shows honors right there in the bottom center. Your screen will
Yeah.
be a little different, but you might have to find it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Somehow I have a B minus on board confidence. Are you freaking autistic? What do you mean?
Might.
What more can I do? Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it has happened really quickly that the board has gone from like all hail Billy Mac to what have you done for me lately?
Mm.
And don't love that.
Yeah, they're starting to get used to. Actually, that's a great idea.
Oh,
It was
great
like
idea.
I can.
Incoming.
It was like quick pick. I could do pick full rotated squad, and it put like 3 goalkeepers in there. Hell yeah! Yes.
That works. That works.
Henderson can play midfield along with my 20-year-old goalkeeper, and then my other goalkeeper can play too. Yeah, yeah. Get me the hell out of here, please. I'm just terrified that what I really don't want to happen is any of my players to get hurt in this stupid competition, and then out for 3 months.
Right?
Ugh.
Yeah. Please lose, please lose, please lose, please lose.
What happened? Sean has his hostage, I guess.
Oh
Hostage
yeah,
war.
I got some. I got some friendly requests back.
I won. Damn it.
You went with your goalies.
God.
Your bag of goalies.
I had 2 goalies playing outfield. Gosh. What can
Who are
we
you against?
what can we do here?
Who are you against?
Barcelona. Come on. This is one of the best teams in the game. And I got 3 goalies on the field. But did let the goalies throw the ball around or what? Come on. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
That is hilarious.
Ugh. Can't even.
Can't even forfeit properly.
Can't even forfeit. Gosh.
I fortunately lost an extra to Real
Oh,
Madrid. But I had 2
fortunate.
XG higher than them, but praise God. I had 1, 2, 3 injuries.
Oh, that's exactly what I don't want to happen. Preseason literally starts next week.
4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks.
Ugh, God, that's so stupid.
I,
And I can't even.
and
It's not like you could even put in your under 23s. You can't because they're all on
it
vacation.
wasn't letting me.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they
you
were
can't.
all unregistered or on vacation.
Yep, I couldn't register my young guys. You have to play your people, which is
It's
so
so
stupid.
stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 4 to 5. Fortunately, like that's just the friendly window, but goodness
right.
gracious,
Yeah, really.
when I have the boys coming back on injury at the beginning of the season.
Yep. Ugh.
Yeah, I not a big fan of this tournament.
Yeah, this is like the epitome of yeah, we just want more money. FIFA wants more money, so send your players over here. We'll sponsor it, and we'll get Coca-Cola will sponsor the finals, and yeah. Yeah.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
$107 million from Ricardo Posado.
There
Go
you
ahead. Let's go ahead and bump that up to 200 million. Nope. Okay, good.
go.
Did you watch the Texans game on Sunday?
I saw the first half, and then I was like, well, we're definitely gonna lose. So I stopped
Right.
watching and kind of carried on with my day. And then I'd look back, and what the hell? We won. And I watched the highlights afterwards of us winning, which is kind of insane.
Yeah. I'm very pessimistic though going into Sunday.
Right, I would agree.
No Stroud again, and up against a much better team that's got a lot more to
To
fight
play
for.
for. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I know. You asked me 3 weeks ago how I would have felt about this Browns game. I'd be like, yeah, I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
And no Tank Dell, and Collins is off and on, and
Yeah, I think
Schultz is off
Collins
and
is
on. And,
expected to play this week.
oh, good God. I'm not, yes, we had literally nobody out there to throw to.
It's definitely changed my the way I perceive Bryce Young.
Mm,
It's kind of like, yeah, Stroud's the dude, Bryce Young is a bust.
right.
But now that we've had a couple weeks without decent receivers,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the productivity has taken a nosedive. For the 3 quarters it was Stroud, and then now for the 4 quarters it's been Texas Lloyd and Case Keenum. It's just like, all right, I understand the pain that Bryce Young's going through with Adam Thielen
Yeah, he's your best
as
guy.
his number one back. It's like zero separation, that sort of deal.
Yeah,
So,
no running game.
yeah, which fortunately we had on Sunday.
Yep, just feed Singletary.
That's what we need this week. We need somehow, some way for a running game to be, which Juice Scruggs, by the way, kind of has opened up our running game. Like,
Yeah.
of, yeah, the rushing yards to the left side of center has been incredible since he came in. And I know he's a rookie, but like, been phenomenal. So, but it's a must win. It's a must win game.
Yep.
We have to win it, and if we do win it, we control our destiny.
That's true. That
Be
would be
a playoff
nice.
team. And then, as CJ Stroud said in a recent interview 2 weeks ago, hopefully Tank Dell could be healthy and ready for the Super Bowl.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta give. I don't know. I've been impressed with Ryan's too. There's a lot of crappy coaches out there, and he's not
Yeah,
crappy.
who wins Coach of the Year? Is it D'Amico Ryans or is it the Colts coach?
Ugh. Guess that'll depend on week 18. Who
Right.
wins that one? In Indy. Huh.
Let's see. Vegas Insider says that Coach of the Year odds
Mm,
Dan Campbell plus 275.
I guess.
And then D'Amico and Steichen both plus 300. So basically, all of them are equal plus
Pretty
300.
close.
So just
It'll come down to the last couple games. Yeah.
which Minnesota has Detroit twice in the last 3 weeks. So
Mm.
Campbell could either really raise his stock or not.
Lose it. Yep. Yep. How's the off season going, Bear?
Still got a decent amount of money. Still trying to find players that want to play for me. Uh, you know, trying to buy this goalie, but he's pretty expensive.
Do it. Changes the whole team, man.
Yep.
Somehow Ron Rivera plus 50,000 to 1 odds. Bit of a head scratcher on that one.
Yeah, I know who's taking that bet.
Give me $1 on that. Yeah, I think Martin Vandervoort has been the unsung hero of this MK Dodge program. So definitely
Yep.
think it's
You gotta have a good goalie.
gotta have one.
You gotta have a good striker. You gotta have a good goalie. Other things you can kind of piece together. But if your goalie's crap and your striker's crap, then you're gonna get scored on. And you're not gonna score goals.
What's your who's your eye on? Who's your eye on?
I have a guy named Cal Kwamin Kelleher.
I'm really gonna try.
Kelleher.
Yeah, I think it's Keller.
AGL.
I think so. Oh, excuse me.
He's Irish.
Yep.
30.
Yeah, he's old.
Mm,
Who just
not sure I'm in love with him.
I really like
Also,
the one-on-ones and reflexes. But
what's his value?
I'm my offer is like 11 mil, but goes up to like 60.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
You're gonna
they want.
spend that money. Go for Ilian Melier.
Huh?
If he's good.
Yeah.
Alien?
Matvey Safonov is also really good.
Who?
Ilian Melier is the current keeper for the team all the Americans play for. Anyway,
Leeds
yeah, for Leeds United. In the game though, he's with Arsenal.
as their backup.
I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think he's pretty good.
Yep, I think so too.
A guy that I think is not quite as good, but half the cost, or maybe even a third of the cost, is a player by the name of Matvey Safonov. He's currently with a UAE team, the Dubai team. And you can probably get him Matvey Safonov.
Is he Russian?
He is Russian
There you
/ Dubai.
go.
Ilian or Ilin doesn't want to join my team.
Oh, shocker.
Who's the other guy?
Matvey Safonov. Matvey Safonov.
Okay. 30. Okay.
He's quite the player.
Is he
I think he is.
in the UAE? Dang, he's been in the
So
UAE for a while.
he's quite the player given the price tag. He's been putting up over a 7 rating. I know it's CIE, but he's been putting up over a 7 rating his entire career. Yeah, he's got 71 career shutouts. I don't know. I think he's a good player. Statistically, I like a lot of his numbers. Great on the reflexes at 17. I know you're a big fan of throwing. He's got 16 on that.
Hmm.
And if I know correctly, his cost is not the highest. Big old 6'4" fella. I like him.
Yeah. Hmm.
Another fella that you might fancy is a Czech Republican keeper by the name of Matej Kovar. Yeah,
Matej.
yeah, Matej, and then last name is Kovar, Kovar. Interesting player. He played a little bit for Man United's youth teams early in his career. Got bounced around, signed for Roma, played a full season for Roma in Serie A before now playing in the Spanish First Division. Um, you know, played with some decent clubs, got good aerial reach, a little bit better on the athletics or the physicals than Safanov, but yeah, seems like a decent player as well. Again, given the price, like if you price isn't a factor, we can talk some other stuff, but
Then they wouldn't
like,
even come to my team. So
well, I like the starter for Roma better, Lucas Schneller. 26 million, 27, 30, 35 million, somewhere in there. I just don't know if he's going to be interested in playing for you.
the starter for Roma. Do you think I can poach Roma's starting
Well,
goalkeeper?
I mean, it's worth attempting. He's 27 years of age. I think he's a top 20 goalkeeper in the world. Um, he's only going to want somewhere in the 35 to 40 million. Well, Roma's only going to want in the 35 to 40 million range for him. I think he's worth attacking.
All right, all right, all right. You're selling me, selling me.
I'm going to give you a 1 minute break in case you're actually pursuing this player. He's got good on the jumping reach at 17. I know he's a little smaller for a keeper at 6'2", but good on the 1-on-ones, which you like at 16. Good on the rushing out, good on the throwing, great bravery, which just got a lot of the traits you would want from a keeper. Um, Again, I would say he's a top 20 keeper in the world. Stuck in a club like Roma.
Made it over. Made it for 30. What happens?
Wait, he's interested?
We're about to find out.
Oh.
He doesn't have a. I guess he doesn't have an agent. I can't ask him.
Oh, I see.
He doesn't have an agent.
That's a little concerning. A little concerning.
He's pulling a Lamar Jackson here. I don't need an agent.
His first year with Roma, he put up a pretty good rating, and then since then, Roma's taken a sharp descent as a club, and so has Schneller's rating. So it's hard to tell, like the chicken and the egg situation here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But as far as numbers go, I do like Schneller. Now, my scouting template, my Excel spreadsheet, my master key to success is about a year outdated now because I haven't gone in and spent 20 hours of my personal time playing this game like I used to. But
Well, can you? I need to know.
I was a big fan of Lucas Schneller a while ago. A player I think the world of at the goalkeeper position. This might be an opportunity for Chelsea because I don't know if he's going to come play for a Bristol City, but that goalkeeper for Newcastle, man,
Mm.
Look out. Diago Costa. Diago Costa. World beater player.
Yeah, he does look good.
And for some reason, like still a player you can go in and get for 50 to 70 million. And I know it's a lot of money. That's all the money for Bristol City. But
Mm.
dare I say, currently a top 5 goalkeeper in the world is
Yeah.
Thiago Gustavo.
Oh,
He's
Lucas Schneller. They have renegotiated. They negotiated.
that's I would shoot.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna bring him down to 37. Okay, we're at 37, and they agree. Okay,
Or 10 this year, 25 next.
yeah, I did 23 up to, and then 14 year next.
No, D. See,
I never paid,
that's right.
and they'll never get paid. Hmm. All right, Lucas Schneller is pending a response from a Lucas
Well,
Schneller.
so Roma has agreed on a deal, but Lucas Schneller doesn't yet.
Lucas Schneller has doubts, but he's still willing to chat. Okay.
Okay, I like where this is going. I'm going to give you a 1 minute break on this.
Okay, I need to probably adjust my salary. He wants 11 million. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
that's concerning. The negotiations may have come to an end already.
I'll give you a shutout bonus of 83K. How about that?
What about if he's not a fan? What about your former goalkeeper, the
Andre Gomez?
Lonely Bear, Andre Gomez?
Mhm.
He's still willing to take a pretty low wage. Now his transfer value is quite a bit higher than Schneller, but I don't know, maybe you can work something out there. And he's a few years younger. Not that that matters since we're playing one more season, but
7 million for this guy. Holy shit.
dare I say Andre Gomez currently is better than Dean Henderson.
Yeah. Probably.
I think that might be the biggest potential room for improvement for Chelsea.
Yeah, I thought about it this off season too. It's just Henderson, for whatever reason, even though he is so good, his transfer value, every time I try to offer him out, he only gives me like 10 mil.
Right.
And he's better than 10 mil to me because he's also a homegrown player. He's English, so like it does fulfill a roster spot on the registration.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I kind of got my hands tied with him where he
Yep.
was too good to sell for cheap, but also isn't like he's not Van der Voort either. Which I mean, I guess isn't an awful problem to have, but yeah, it's not easy to move up on him and go get Diogo or someone like that.
Yeah, I think Diogo is like, yeah, I just think he's a super undervalued player, and he's playing for a club like Newcastle, so he's a guy that you could probably go out and scoop up because it's not like he's being hoarded by Inter or one of these other clubs around the world.
Right.
Um, so I like him quite a bit, and then I also like Gomez, of course.
Yeah.
I think Gomez has be at the age of 24, he's the better long-term play. But given that we're not playing a ton more years, he's maybe not the move.
Well, unfortunately, I made it into the cup final here against Tottenham, simming with the B team, and I guess everyone's back from vacation. It's preseason, so I guess we'll just treat it like a friendly and sim to win it.
I wonder what you're gonna get for it.
Hopefully,
Family size bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
yeah, literally. Hopefully, no injury. That's most important. Yeah, that's funny.
Evan Ferguson wants to leave. Got an offer from West Ham and wants to jump over there. Damn it. Let's go back to Powell's and Jefferson.
Hey, Powell's is ready.
Is Jefferson a Bristol City Rover though?
He is. He's still on my team.
I thought he was a loanee.
He was loaned, then I bought him.
Oh, wow. He's gotten the Jamal Baptiste treatment. He is officially part of the club.
Yeah, he's been here for 5 years.
Sheesh. But this is the first year he's been there as a Rover, though, right?
Last year it was. Too. Because he was loaned when I first joined Bristol City. He was a loanee. And then I think the next
That's right.
season I loaned him again, but it had a clause to buy him, and then I bought him.
Gotcha. I think he's really good.
Yeah, he's good. He's um, he's alright. He's not. I mean, it's good for us down here, mid-table, but not that good anymore. Tottenham versus Chelsea, a must-see match.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, maybe you're right, Bill. Maybe I will try to. Before our next save, I'll try to putter around and see if I can sell some prospects or something to try to get.
Sell the entire under 23 team.
Right, just so I can get a better
Free up
goalkeeper.
some money. Sell all the coaches y'all ain't developing.
So outside of Al Waddles, um, who do you view as the Bristol City torch carriers? Because if you don't think Jefferson's that great, who is good?
We got Alex Scott for a signing of the year.
Sure, sure.
And then we have Marco Rubio,
Yes.
attacking mid center, kind of a shadow striker role, but and then we have our wingers. Our wingers are I'm really happy with our wingers. We have Sam Riches on the right wing, and then we have
I like Sam Riches.
Michael Leonard on the left wing, 18 and 20-year-old wingers.
What about Ronnie Edwards?
Ronnie Edwards, center back. He's he's a good player. Uh, I mean, he was cheap. He was like 7 mil, and to get 3.5 stars of a player like that, good stats.
Like,
Good buy, good value buy there.
I do
I
like.
do have Mamut Sonmez, center back, who's supposed to be our star center back with a with our other center back of Chris Bennett.
Chris Bennett's a good player.
So
He's worth a fortune.
Yes, he is. So I would say Chris Bennett probably. Could keep our team afloat just by selling him for 4 or 5 years. So, yeah, Chris Bennett. Those are my main players.
Good young core. I like it.
Yep, Kajal Powell's. I mean, even him is not as transfer value is not the same as Chris Bennett. So,
Well, I think that's a bad read though. I think Alves is a future $200 million player, $150 million player. I see Powell's. I see Leonardo Bruno. I see Powell's. I see Fabio Luis. See that caliber of player. So I think the market will catch up to him.
okay. I need to raise his minimum fee release clause because he's only sitting at 121 minimum fee, which is good. I mean, it's a record sale for Bristol City, but I'd rather keep him.
Yeah, I think that's your horse, man. He's 18.
Yeah, ride him.
Almost as strong and fast as I was at 18.
That's right. That's right.
He's an interesting player, and the only reason I didn't go after him was because I'm a stickler for pace,
Yep. Yeah.
and he definitely doesn't have the world beater pace,
True.
but he's got some strength. That's a balance. A man can balance on a tightrope. Great heading. He's more of a target forward, right?
Um, complete forward. He doesn't have a lot of jumping. The jumping of 13 he isn't getting above the center backs, but he does have 16 heading. So, um,
If he gets a head on it, it's a nice head.
it's a nice head.
Good head.
Uh, and
like like Bubbles. I like Andrew Cohen. Cohen.
Cohen, yeah. He was cheap. I got him for like 750K. So he's good. He's just not better than Andrew Scott or Rubio yet. So
He what we I think
yeah, he'll be pretty good.
he's 23. Good first touch. Good flair. I think that's really important. Great off the ball. Good vision.
Mm, mm.
I think he's really good attacking or offensive minded midfielder. Big time.
Well, boys, GG's, Bill. Congratulations on the Champions
What did you
League
what did you
victory.
get, by the way, for winning the Club World Championship?
$5 million.
Wow.
$5 million.
Wow.
Hmm.
Whole lot of nothing.
You got $5 million and I got 5 injuries.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll keep it going.
We'll be in preseason next
Yep.
time, and well, next it's Chris. I won't be on Monday.
Yeah, probably not on Monday. Shoot for Thursday.
No.
Yeah, let's do Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe
All
we
right,
make it to
boys.
meaningful games by then, but
Yeah, we'll be close.
Yep.
GG's. Talk to you later.
GG's, guys. Good night.
Good night.